Week 3, stock finishing in Metalwork Lab. I am going to prepare to do on my barrel. I have a wood sanding block. I have some latex gloves for protective equipment and to keep the oil off the barrel once I start to finish it. I have some sandpaper. I have my steel wool. I also have my DuraBrown, and I have this product also from DuraCoat called No Sand Prep Solution. Of course I will be sanding because the course of instruction requires it, but this stuff is supposed to help the DuraCoat products adhere better. So I'm going to wrap my sanding block with some sandpaper and get started. Okay, I will be using the recommended long stroke sanding method. Okay, so I've worked the barrel with the sandpaper. I'm going to now work it with some steel wool. Once I've got it worked with the steel wool, I'm going to use the Scotch-Brite pad and the DuraCoat No Sand Prep Solution, which is similar to what the video described. I'll squirt some on the Scotch-Brite pad here. It comes with an applicator, spray applicator, and it has to set for 10 minutes after you prep it with the no sand. While it's waiting for the no sand to completely dry, I'll go fire up the air compressor. We'll blow it down with air, wipe it down with some paper towels as recommended, and then I'll start, while it's waiting to dry, I'll work it on the DuraBrown. I'll start getting that prepped by shaking it and doing what needs to be done there. Okay, I forgot in my previous segment that I was just talking to, I just prepped it with this steel wool. You're supposed to wipe it down with alcohol, so I'm doing that now. Getting up all the extra residue. And I will be getting some painter's tape to prep that area so it's not affected by the DuraCoat. Getting it good and clean, good and dry. Okay, so we've treated our barrel with the DuraCoat brand No Sand. I did tape off this area, and I didn't have a barrel plug, but I found out an ear foamy is the perfect size. So I've prepped my DuraBrown. I've shaken it for the recommended 6 minutes, 3 without the activator, 3 with. So I feel like I've worked out with a shake weight, but I'm going to do the first coat. Okay, I've got the first coat of DuraBrown on, and We will wait the recommended 10 minutes before we do the next coat. Okay, there's coat 2. As you can see, starting to show up pretty good. Okay, this is going to be my 6th and final coat of DuraBrown. Overall, I'd say it's looking pretty good. Forgive my messy laundry room here. But there we go. Week 3 practical application and reflection assignment. This week we had to use the DuraBrown on our gun barrel. So the process I used was, of course, I sanded down the barrel, and then I used some steel wool, and then I used a product called No Sand that DuraCoat sells, that I had bought for another project and hadn't gotten around to using yet. And then I sprayed coats every 10 minutes as recommended. I didn't find any of the steps particularly difficult. The barrel was pretty much ready, other than doing some sanding and polishing on it. No issues there. I didn't find anything really difficult. I did, upon waiting a few hours for it to cure and be dry to the touch, I did find 2 small runs that I'll have to feather down and touch up. But overall, I think the product works pretty well. It looks good. It's smooth. I like it. The curing process, you know, you definitely want to wait 10 minutes between coatings. I think I did 6 coats. I think it came out well. I had to move. Normally I would do something like this out in the garage, but we've had a cold snap come through, and it's been about 30 degrees almost every day, so I, much to my wife's disappointment, sprayed this down in the basement, and the smell came up through the house. So definitely would recommend using a well-ventilated area. Fortunately, it was just this barrel, and I'm not doing a whole bunch of projects, so I think it cleared out pretty well. I did have a window open down there, so, but the smell was pretty strong. But my name's Lonnie Barrett, and this is Stock Refinishing and Metalwork Lab. Today is November 25th, 2018, and thank you.